But next segment is plug or unplug. For you or for our listeners who don't know, plug or unplug is where I ask you a piece of gear, plug-in, guitar, I don't know anything, and you give me plug if it's something you love and you use, unplug if you don't use it, bypass or make inactive if you don't. First plug-in, Sound Toys Little Ultra Boy.
Plug.
Okay, so I figured.
Oh yeah, Little Altar Boy. So I actually didn't. I don't know if Dave used it. I know he used it for at least one song,
Yeah.
but I don't know how much it's used on this one. But Little Altar Boy was my first fun production thing that I played with back at Berkeley. Like that's when I started using that one, and
Yeah.
it became a really big signature to my earlier sound. So it's all over my first EP, 757, and Bendick and I used it all the time for Lonely Child, that EP, and for the album. That was like first kind of thing that we would do to dress up a vocal or make
Yeah.
it sound more interesting and quirky was Little Altar Boy. That
Yeah.
was like my go-to.
Love that. Next one, I'm curious because that when you were working with Ben Dick and like he like we were like obviously sharing files and stuff. This was on like your vocal chain. Curious if it's still on it, you still use it. The CLA 2A. Yeah.
Dave helped me design an awesome vocal chain.
Dave does not use any of the Wave stuff, so
Okay.
he's definitely not using it.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, most of it is UAD
Yeah.
stuff.
That makes sense. But the CLA 2A for our listeners is like the classic LA 2A one. I don't use it. Sometimes I will. But I'm the same way. I have like a Audioscape one that I love, and I mostly use the UAD one. It's better. It just is.
The downside with UAD stuff though is that it has to be plugged in.
No, they have the UADX ones where like most of the plugins now are native.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta get on that.
Yeah, if you already own the plugin, you get like the native version of it.
Okay.
You just have to like it's like a separate thing. I'll show you it later or tell you. I'm surprised Dave hasn't told you that. Yeah.
Every time I go and try and pull my stuff up at like a coffee shop, for
Yeah.
example, I like to work in coffee shops
Yeah.
with headphones on. It's like none of the UAD stuff works.
No. They're making like not all of them yet, but like almost like every month they're releasing more and more like native versions of it. So like all the ones that you probably already have native versions of it. So it's really so I'm off the non-native versions when I can be. Next piece of gear, and I know you have it, the Neumann U67.
Big plug.
So what made you want to get that microphone?
So I was recording on an 87. I'm trying to think of where I recorded on my first 87. But a U87 was always, I think Berkeley, yes.
That makes sense.
U87 was my go-to at Berkeley. It was like the go-to when I could book the studio that had it.
Well, you were in Berkeley in like 2016 to 20, when was that?
2017 through 2019.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like the U87 for our listeners was like the microphone of like the 2010s.
Yeah.
I hate that microphone personally, but continue.
I loved it so much.
Yeah.
It was in Studio B at Berkeley, which was the hardest one to reserve.
No.
So whenever I could get a chance to get my hands on it, I would. And I just felt like I had to do the least amount to my voice on that mic because it just, the way that it was just...
It just fits your voice really nicely. Yeah.
It was a really nice fit. And then the first person to introduce me to the 67 was my old music director, Drew. And he was like, hey, because we did one of those like live taping things in quarantine. God, it must have been before that though, because I already had my microphone then.
Yeah.
It was something. We did some live taping, and he was like, I know you love the 87, but I think you should try a 67. I think that would fit your voice better. Yeah. And I tried it, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. Yeah. I like it better.
But you don't know, you don't know, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't know until you know. And I did like a proper mic shootout at one point, and hands down, that was the
one for you.
That was the one.
Yeah.
And then when I signed, the label was gracious enough to send me that, and that's my literal baby.
There you go.
Actually, recently, this is not a
the
fires in LA were horrible. I was out of town. I was in Paris at the time.
Oh, damn.
And my friends Christy and Nicole called me one night. It was like 3:30 in the morning my time, and they were like, hey, there's a Studio City fire really close to your house. Do you want us to go get anything? I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Can you please get my lizard and my microphone? And they were like, we're on it.
That's it.
So that's what they got.
Everything else can be replaced.
It was literally just that.
Yeah, it's so funny that, speaking of mic shootouts, that's something that I tell every, not producer to do, every artist to do.
Mm.
Because the U67, my take on it is that that is a very picky microphone. That mic either absolutely fucking loves your voice or hates your voice.
Mm.
And like I love the U67, but it's like I wouldn't buy it for myself because it is so choosy. But what I tell artists like yourself is like, go to, a lot of places do it. Like Vintage King does it. Other places, local music stores do it, where you can like go and record your own vocal on like they'll set up a bunch of different mics for you.
And test which
Yeah,
you
you
like.
can test like which one fits your voice specifically. Because listen, I'm a U47 guy,
Mm.
but that's just because I found that like to me that's the most consistent microphone for like every different kind of voice because that's what my job is. But like it doesn't sound good on everyone. And so, yeah, like for you, it's like I know you sound great on a 67. So it's like
I like that.
right, that's the mic for you and like that's what you got to do.
Person specific for sure.
Yes. Curious if you've used this plugin, Outputs Arcade. Yeah, that's the one that like Dave and I use it a lot. It's kind of like Splice, but it's its own plugin and basically it's more about like loops and you can like load up a thing and it's already like preloaded on a keyboard.
Ooh, no, I don't think I have.
Yeah, you might like it. It's like a fun way you kind of it's like a great way to like kind of stumble upon sounds
Nice.
where you're just like, "Oh, that's cool." Like I wasn't expecting to like hit that and what's also fun about it is like you can set it to the key of your song.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
so whatever it's pulling up will automatically be in the key and the BPM.
That's super
So
fun.
it's like it's already like set to work, which is
Nice.
like super fun to work on.
I like just discovered, not just
Yeah.
in the last 6 months, discovered how to use like the sampler on Ableton, which is the easiest thing in the world,
Yeah.
but scared me for so long, just because I don't know. It's this happens with me in production
Yeah.
is I will get scared of trying to learn something because I'm afraid it's going to be more challenging than it is. And then I'll look up a YouTube video
It
or I'll
never
ask Dave
is.
and
Yeah.
I'll learn it in like 10 minutes. And that ended up informing a lot of the production
Yeah.
also. There's one song that is entirely vocals on the album called New in Town. And it sounds like it's kind of image and heapy in the sense that it sounds like I'm playing a synth, but it's just I've sampled my
Yeah.
voice like a million times and
Just put it in the sampler and you did the thing. Yeah.
exactly. So fun.
I start every project, not every, but most projects in Ableton because of their sampler and because of like a couple of other things that they have in there.
It's so
Yeah.
easy. And like even if it's not a voice, like sampling anything and
Yeah.
then putting it into there is just such a great way to get fun synth sounds.
Yeah. It's like you just get happy accidents
Yeah.
because you never know how it's going to sound. Next plugin we ask on every episode because we get very funny responses. I'm curious if you've messed with it at all. CLA vocals. No, it's good. It wouldn't sound good on your vocal, I think.
What is it?
It's like the one that like it's very highly talked about or debated because like you either love it or you hate it. But again, it was that sound of the 2010s. Dave fucking hates it. I'm like neutral on it. I think there's a time and place for it. But it's like a plugin where it's like it's just a utility where it's got like a couple different things. That's it. I'll show it to you
Nice.
after. But
I'm intrigued.
yeah.